Okay, we're going to do a little Macau walk and talk, and we're going to talk about the 14-day quarantine that China has imposed on Macau because of the COVID cases. So it's kind of a current events, and we're going to update you on all kinds of stuff. And I'm also going to do showing you some of the city as well, which is what I like to do most. Is I like to document the city, kind of show you what Macau looks like, kind of capture it in time, and also kind of capture it with some of the current issues as well. So anyways, with no further ado, I'll explain what all this stuff is and what's going on here in the street, and talk about the COVID quarantine restrictions, and kind of give you let you know what's going on in Macau with that. Go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. See, our focus is going to be about the COVID restrictions for Macau, 14-day quarantine. And this is Taipa Grande, by the way. There's a bunch of hiking trails up in here. There's a cemetery over there. That over there is Macau side in that direction. And then way over there you can see those little cone things up on top that look like they're part of that building. They're actually another called the Galaxy Casino. That's where the Cotai strip is at. So we're gonna kind of walk down this strip and show you this stuff while we're walking into Taipa. And I want to talk about the COVID quarantine. And I'll tell you right away. I think it's great. I'll tell you exactly why as well, because the COVID, and I'll put this on the back. So at the very back of this video, I'm going to put what's happening with vaccines in Macau, and just how almost embarrassing it is, like how far behind Macau is with the vaccines compared to China. I'll also let you know it's a typhoon right now, so the wind just kind of picked up. It's category 8. It's been pretty intense all day, but it's kind of picked up. But we're kind of on the tail end of it right now, so it's been lingering around. It's kind of far away from Macau, so I'm not too worried about it. But let's just go down in here and just film this water while we talk about the vaccine complacency and the 14-day. So actually, when I watch China right now, China is way up there with vaccines. They're I think they're close to 80%, and they just keep, every day they're just like skyrocketing. At the very end of this video, you can take a look and you'll see exactly what's happening with COVID vaccines in live time on this date, and you can kind of see what I mean. But you know, China's almost fully vaccinated, and Macau is like 45% right now. That's what they were saying in the newspaper, is 45%, which is pretty embarrassing, because they've had so many vaccines here for 8 months. You know, they threw away a lot of them, and Hong Kong is has the same problem as well. They're just not vaccinating their people. So you know, China is like almost nearly vaccinated. Lots of countries are vaccinated now. It's October. You know, the vaccines have been out. You know, so the zero COVID policy was appropriate when there was no vaccines. But then once you got the vaccines, you got to vaccinate your people. And Macau is failing at that. It's just not at all able to vaccinate their people at all. So I'm actually kind of, you know, strongly in favor, and I feel like there's a lot of complacency because Macau they're allowed to go into China these last 8 months. You know, they can go, foreigners cannot. It's really difficult for us. We can, but we have to do a lot of paperwork, 12-page thing, and it's quite difficult to do. So so what I notice is all the foreigners are vaccinating very quickly, and they're fully vaccinated as of like 8 months ago, as soon as they could get it, with the hopes of movement, because there's no foreigners are allowed in Macau unless they have a permanent residency. But if they're a work visa, or they have a business owner, or their apartment owner, or they have family here, they cannot come back and see them if they weren't in Macau in March 2020. So a lot of the foreign community is not here because of it. And then the Chinese community is, well, some of them are getting the vaccine because we're at 45%, but the complacency is frustrating, because same with Hong Kong, they're throwing away their vaccines because there's all these other countries that want to be vaccinated, they want vaccines, and then Macau and Hong Kong are buying them and hoarding them, and not vaccinating their citizens, and not giving them to other countries either. I haven't seen any news reports that they have. Anyways, if you have seen some, let me know. But I know that Hong Kong threw away like 5 or 6 million because vaccine complacency, and they didn't want to give them away for some reason. And Macau must be guilty of the same, just smaller, so they don't really talk about it. So like for me, I'm really in favor of China doing this 14-day thing. And I think China, now Macau has made it that that you need to be vaccinated to come into Macau for foreigners, the foreigners that might be able to come in. And I think that might be the case for Chinese as well, that people in China have to be vaccinated as well. Most of them are vaccinated now, so it doesn't really affect them too much. but a lot of people in Macau are not vaccinated, and for the last 8 months they're going all over China. They're traveling to Beijing and Xi'an, and someone went to Xi'an, brought back COVID, and the government just lets them go all in and out all the time. You know, like 1.5 billion people have the rights to go in and out, and for the foreign community, we can't go anywhere. We're all stuck here. Nobody can come in. Nobody can, you know, once you're out, you can't come back for, unless you have permanent residency, which is a pretty small percentage of the foreign community. We got to focus on our street, but this is kind of a nice little detour while I was this is kind of focused on where we're at a little bit, and I'm gonna get into that more. But this is a nice little bridge that connects this nice building right here. Let's get back up here so we can check out Estrada de sorry for my delay, kind of got into the topic a little bit too much. It's Estrada de Ponta da Cabrita, and I hope that this keeps going down that way. This could have been the focus of most of the street, so I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna walk down this street anyways. Got another street up here that's worth, so this is the Taipa Grande trails, so that's all that up there, and I believe this street right here takes you up to those trails, which would be interesting, but it is Typhoon Category 8 right now, so I don't want to get up into that area at this time, but I will some other time for sure. But yeah, that's goes up at Taipa Grande. These are some nice little shrines right here as well, and so anyways, I'm pretty glad that China has imposed this on Macau. I hope it creates a need. Okay, so now we're going on a different street, so yeah, this would be a different street altogether. So anyways, maybe we'll just label that one anyways, and I'll come down here another time, or I'll put that in the description as well. We'll just keep walking and talking about our topic and bring you into Taipa so you can see how this all connects. We'll see that right here anyways, cemetery. So anyways, so yeah, Carmo de Taipa. That's what it looks like. Quite beautiful actually. I've kind of thought sometimes these could be tourist attractions, but they shouldn't be because they're cemeteries. But you know, New Orleans and Buenos Aires has kind of beautiful cemeteries like this too, with all these beautiful things. So I've thought like it could be, but it's better that it's not a tourist attraction. But they are beautiful, the cemeteries. So I don't know. I kind of hope. I hope that that restriction stays in place, and that Macau will quickly vaccinate their people, because they need to be vaccinated. They're really far behind as far as a rich country. You know, you can't be just hoarding up all the vaccines and then destroying them because your people are too complacent, and you know, they get to go all over China for you know, about a year. Most of the COVID, they've been able to go in and out no problem. So it's a little bit it makes them so they're so complacent, and then you have all the, you know, the foreign community, and you can't come in here no matter what. Like they will not allow any foreigner at all. So so no matter what your situation, well, there's rare exceptions of course, but so yeah, anyways, I think that it's a great thing that China is imposing the 14-day quarantine on people in Macau, and I hope that encourages Macau people to be vaccinated. So that's what I'm hoping for, and if it does, then we can get out of this pandemic. We can economically start to prosper again as a city, as a person who's a member of the city, and then we can see some you know, back to normality, which is what a lot of these other countries are aiming for. And it seems like, you know, Macau is like, you know, back in his policy of 1.5 years ago with the zero COVID policy, which is good. But man, if you get everybody vaccinated, then it'll help you out a lot, because then so anyways, let's just hope that they do that, and let's hope that this is just a captured moment in time, and the change will be suddenly a big change from after today. And I am going to show you at the bottom this video, and just, you know, the Macau numbers and the China numbers and all the worldwide vaccinations as of today's date. And straight ahead is Zhuhai, China. So kind of interesting. And we're coming into Taipa right now as well. So we were on that street, that beautiful little park, and a little bit of cemeteries down there. I heard rent is a lot cheaper down there as well because of it. We're coming up on this little area of Taipa, and now we're going to get all kinds of businesses and everything like that. But it's a Category 8 typhoon at the moment, so no buses are running, and the stops are closed as well. So okay, and we're going to run across this street here, and I used to see here. We'll keep the camera going until we get to the circle. And then we're going to show you that video as well. So yeah, that was our straight up documenting Macau, keeping it kind of documented. Who knows, maybe someday it'll be some good archives of what the city was like and different issues. I like those little becos, those are amazing. And we're coming around this windy typhoon category 8 day, no buses, businesses closed, and that's kind of it for today. That's where we're at. And this is what's around us. So now we're coming into this dense area that makes Macau be one of the densest cities in the world. And there's a certain amount of beauty to that. I love it. So, okay, so we're just gonna keep walking down this way, and then looks like they got little, this is for the typhoon, I think. They protect it a little bit in case the winds blow some trees or anything like that. And so that's our street right there. And that was our street way back there as well. And then this is kind of this cool little inn hotel, which is a nice, beautiful architecture. Okay, let's end it right there. 2021, and vaccinations are all over the world. But there's a lot of inequality with it. I just want to show you real quick. So I just want you to see this number right here. That means that per 100 people, and that means there's two doses, 2 vaccinations. So divide this number in half. So you can see that UAE is more than 100% vaccinated. Basically, it could be a little bit less because this could be like booster shots involved with this one. Cuba is almost 100%. I don't know, they're vaccinating their kids, maybe the boosters. But basically, you can see this right here, reached. So all these ones are reached. Even like places like Cambodia, 70, you can divide this 144 in half. So now let's go down to Macau. I just want to give you a little perspective, right? So here's, look at these numbers are moving, right? Japan, Malaysia, they're moving pretty well. But we're going to watch, South Korea is moving pretty fast, Turkey, and then we're going to get down to Macau, and the United States is moving pretty fast too. So yeah, this is caught in time, live time. And here's Hong Kong. So it's like, come on, 50, it's like less than, 66%, 114 days. All those other ones that have reached their quota already, the wealthy countries. Macau is down here below Brazil. Brazil has a better vaccination rate with all those people that they have. And here's Macau. So Macau has, right now it says 53% are fully vaccinated. Well, actually 45% are fully vaccinated. And then a bunch of them have the first vaccine. So, and then when you look at these numbers, right, it's just like not even moving, but, some of the other countries definitely are, There's Hong Kong as well. So they're kind of stationary. So it's a little bit frustrating. And then when I look here, Macau says 61 days, Hong Kong 114 days. Like, they want to be fully vaccinated. Everybody wants to be fully vaccinated, but, look how far behind they are, and then all these other ones above it. So, so that's basically, let's get up to the reached one. So these are at 70% already. So anyways, that's kind of what I'm talking about today when I'm talking about Macau is quite far behind in the vaccinations.